I've never been nervous in public speaking situations, but I am a fucking wreck for this thing. I'm going to basically be presenting the game, play through, and pray to God it doesn't crash. It'll be the largest I've ever seen this game projected, which just means any flaws are going to be like the size of a midget. All right, let's do this thing. It feels so much larger when you have a projected voice. Awesome. We are so completely set. It's crazy. I feel like one of those weekend seminar speakers. We loved God of War 2, but we're deaf now.
As long as they love it.
And that's really all that matters. Feel loose. Feel loose. Feel ready to hit some buttons.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
If the game crashes while I'm standing up there, it's the worst thing that could happen. Aside from me like sneezing and having snot hang out my nose during the presentation. Even then, I think that can have a funny spin to it. A crash is definitely not a good thing. So what we're gonna do is kind of go right into this little sneak peek, pulling up the curtain a little bit demo. You guys are the first ones that are really gonna check this out.
Nothing will stop me in my quest. I will have my vengeance.
One of the things we're really excited about in this game is that Kratos has to journey to the edge of the world. So instead of just having him hop on a Pegasus and play a cinematic, we're actually going to make the player fight their way to the edge of the world. So this new gameplay experience is going to have the same combat system that we have on the ground, except you're going to be fighting these battles thousands of feet above the earth. So that part of the game is actually not necessarily directly linking up to this next part of the game. We wanted to give you guys kind of a diverse experience. So as in the last game, we're really kind of mixing up the environments. What we're doing in the second game is actually turning the pickups to more of an in-game acquisition. So every time you fight a Cyclops and you rip his eye out, you're actually going to be able to collect that and use that to get rewards.
Help me with these beasts! I have found the secret of Medusa's temple!
This is really showing that idea that Kratos isn't the only one on the island seeking out the Sisters of Fate. There are many heroes throughout mythology that are actually trying to change their own fate. And the enemies that we're bringing back are not just going to be sort of the standard size, we're actually going to be bringing back some of the other larger sized enemies. Now we're all the way back to where we started, and I'm actually able to use the Golden Fleece to throw the Medusa's beam back and turn the door to stone. And that is our little sneak peek into the E3 demo. I want to thank you guys for checking it out. To me, it's from the gut, you know, from the heart, that, yeah, it's going to measure up. I worked on the first game. Half these people worked on the first game, you know? What the first game was a culmination of all these people's work. And this is our blood, sweat, and tears, man. We would never, ever let it fall below what we strove for. We are absolutely not resting until we eclipse the quality of the first games. The response we wanted was what we got out of that press event. Because going into it, I kind of was like, what is the point of this, you know? E3's in 2.5, 3 weeks. Let's just show it E3, you know? But It was good. I see the purpose of it. That's really what game development is. They just keep moving the goal line, you know, taking the ball away when you're trying to kick it. It's generally the status quo for this job.